John Glover Roberts, Jr., born on January 27, 1955, in Buffalo, New York, and raised in the small lakefront community of Long Beach, Indiana, is an American lawyer and jurist who has served as the 17th Chief Justice of the United States since 2005, making him one of the most influential figures in modern U.S. legal history. The son of an electrical engineer employed by Bethlehem Steel and a homemaker, Roberts grew up in a tight-knit family and displayed early signs of academic excellence, leadership, and discipline. He attended the prestigious La Lumiere School, where he excelled both in the classroom and in extracurricular activities, before moving on to Harvard College. There, he graduated summa cum laude in history in 1976 and continued to Harvard Law School, earning his Juris Doctor magna cum laude in 1979 while serving as managing editor of the Harvard Law Review. Roberts began his legal career with two highly sought-after clerkships, first with Judge Henry Friendly of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit and then with Associate Justice William H. Rehnquist at the U.S. Supreme Court. Entering public service, he worked in the Reagan administration as associate counsel to the President and later in the U.S. Department of Justice, where he became Principal Deputy Solicitor General under President George H.W. Bush. In that role, Roberts argued 39 cases before the Supreme Court, honing his reputation as one of the nation's finest appellate advocates. After returning to private practice at Hogan and Hartson, now Hogan Lovells, he remained deeply involved in constitutional litigation and government-related cases. In 2003, President George W. Bush appointed Roberts to the influential U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit, where his meticulous legal reasoning and restrained judicial philosophy drew praise across ideological lines. Just 2 years later, Bush initially nominated him as an Associate Justice to replace Sandra Day O'Connor. But following the death of Chief Justice William Rehnquist, Bush renominated him for the Chief Justice position. The Senate confirmed him on September 29, 2005, by a vote of 78 to 22, making him, at age 50, the youngest Chief Justice since John Marshall in 1801. As Chief Justice, Roberts has sought to preserve the Supreme Court's institutional legitimacy, often favoring narrow, incremental rulings to avoid sharply partisan outcomes. Although regarded as a committed conservative, supporting limits on federal power, reinforcing First Amendment protections, and opposing judicial overreach, he has at times defied ideological expectations. In 2012, he authored the majority opinion in National Federation of Independent Business v. Sebelius, which upheld the Affordable Care Act's individual mandate under Congress's taxing power, a decision that surprised many conservatives. He has also played key roles in decisions on same-sex marriage, Obergefell v. Hodges voting rights, Shelby County v. Holder immigration, presidential authority, and religious freedom, and in recent years, particularly after Justice Anthony Kennedy's retirement, known for his sharp intellect, calm demeanor, and elegant, accessible writing style, Roberts emphasizes judicial restraint, institutional respect, and the idea that the court should not be seen as a political body. He has worked to maintain decorum in oral arguments and often seeks consensus among the justices when possible. Outside the courtroom, Roberts is reserved and maintains a low public profile, focusing on his family life with his wife, Jane Sullivan Roberts, a respected attorney and legal recruiter, whom he married in 1996, and their two adopted children, Jack and Josie. His leadership has guided the Supreme Court through periods of intense political division, landmark constitutional battles, and shifting judicial dynamics, cementing his place as one of the most consequential Chief Justices in American history.